make this short video is to give you an overview what InTune will do in terms of the e-invoice implementation. Basically, when you engage us, and we would ensure that you are e-invoice ready by the time you are required to comply, let's say 1st of July. So we would be doing a few types of work. Number one, we will do consultation with tax office if we require to clarify something we are not extremely sure. This is just to make sure that your company complies and we have a written reply from LHDN. Okay, so we would also be looking into the people, process and technology part of the company to see how ready it is to be e-invoice. Most of the time, you will be dealing with people of a manager and level and above, because the process requires a level of technical expertise that will be doing this work. So some of the things is, example, we will be running through your P&L. We will be analyzing the treatment for each item, and even for expenses, whether do we need to do self-bill, whether it falls into one of the 9 prescribed categories, and prescribe and fix the e-invoice treatment. So this is part of the consulting and advisory work that we will be doing. In addition to just looking into your P&L, we will also be looking at each of your supplier and customers to determine their e-invoice status and how do we do the e-invoice treatment for them. So in the entire process, the methods that we will be employing is, number one, my team will be speaking to you about your processes. How do you do your processes currently? We'll be understanding how you run your sales processes, your procurement processes, logistics, warehousing, etc. So we will understand it. And we will also, from that conversation, identify any changes that is required for you to put into your processes to be e-invoice compliant or to collect the necessary info for e-invoice. Number 3, we will be doing the work at the background, so we'll be analyzing all this information and then making suggestions and proposals for the changes that you need to make in your business. And then number 4, after we have agreed with you, these are the changes to be made, we will be conducting workshops to train and educate your people in sales, your people in HR, in the procurement, on how are we going to run this in terms of the processes. And when it comes to the software part, we will also be configuring the software, make sure that the software enters all the supplier and customer information, their TIN number, their business registration, MIC code, and all the whole lot, getting the software ready for e-invoice. We will work together with your staff to collect some of this customer and supplier information. At the end of the workshops, then we would definitely run the e-invoice process and also review whether each and everyone is aligned to the process, whether they understand or not. And we will also be doing a reconciliation. So we are going to do it from the software, and there is the My Invoice portal. We will also put in a process to reconcile these two information. As this entire process involves people like maybe myself or my senior manager, my assistant manager, and hence that is the time cost that we incur to handhold you and consult you in the e-invoice implementation.
Can you talk a bit about the HRDF subsidy scheme as part of this implementation?
Okay, sure. So as part of this e-invoice implementation, it involves workshops and trainings to train you and your people on how to do e-invoice. So we have created workshops for this purpose, and it is HRDF approved. So what does it mean? So in the fee, it means that in the fee that we quote you, the portion on the workshops and the trainings that we'll be conducting for you and your staff will be HRDF claimable, which means we will facilitate you to claim from HRDF. And then the balance, which is the consulting part, that will be the balance that you need to pay out of the total fee.
So if I were to get some preliminary of the e-invoicing, what can I do?
Yeah. So if you want to get a prelim information of what e-invoice is, get a big picture of what is this whole thing about, we will be conducting an online Zoom seminar on the 28th of May. 9 to 5:30. There's going to be a lot of information of what it is overall, and we are also guiding you step by step on the implementation. So come and join us, scan on the QR code, get the link and register.